Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to our Launch to Leaders Retreat. We're so excited to have you here with us today. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go through this kind of quickly. We want to motivate you. We want to share some thoughts about Leaders Retreat, past Leaders Retreats. We have a few speakers that are going to share their amazing memories. And then we're also going to kind of go through a couple of the slides real quick so that you can see what you need to do and what's expected of you. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we're going to get this party started. Give me 1 second. So here we are. We're ready for Leaders Retreat. And where are we going? Phoenix, Arizona. So we are so excited. We're going home. And I'm really excited about this. We went to Phoenix for convention one year, but I didn't really get to see much of the city. You know, we were busy. I believe that Plexus is going to take great care of us, show us the town, and also take us to the corporate office. No telling what's going to happen. Every time I've been to Leaders Retreat, I've had an amazing time. I've felt like royalty. They just take such good care of us. And I know that this will be no different from any other Leaders Retreat that we've ever been to. And I just want all of you to hear some of these amazing stories about Leaders Retreat and how it just inspired them to go on and work their business even more. So our first speaker tonight is our sweet Miss Rainey Anderson, and she's a Diamond Senior Gold Ambassador, and she went to the very first one, and she went to Amelia Island. So Rainey, why don't you share some of your thoughts on Leaders Retreat with us?
I would be so happy to share my thoughts on Leaders Retreat. The first thing I'm going to tell you guys is that Leaders Retreat is amazing. The Plexus never does an event that is half, I was going to say half class. That doesn't make sense. Everything is always first class. And so I just remember this. So keep in mind, this was in 2014. It was my very first large Plexus event. And I think the inspiration and the encouragement that I want to leave with our team here today and those that will watch this later is that if you started today, let's say today is day one, and for many of you, this is not your day one, you can earn Leaders Retreat. You can earn top prizes at Leaders Retreat. I know that normally Leaders Retreat is in October, and I was sharing this with one of our sweet team members, Angel, today, that I had girls join us in July and August that earned this trip in October. So that's the first inspiration I want to give you as far as, could I earn this? Absolutely, you can. And then what I want to share with you is that because it was one of my first big events with Plexus, for me, the connection was meeting people that love Plexus like I do, that are pursuing Plexus like I do, sharing it like I do, and being able to connect and make friends and new relationships throughout the country. You know, we meet everyone in Plexus at first kind of in this like little thumbnail on Facebook, and I remember thinking, oh my goodness, you know, Jen Hawkins is a real person. You know, and you know, and I can name names. Sheila Medina is a real person. She was our very first diamond in all of Plexus. And then just being in this was a beach location. So being in a beach location, it was my very first girls trip. And so just to be able to have that connection time and then be placed in a really nice hotel. And then on top of it all, having gone and earned some, I think that year I earned all the prizes. And so that was fun. I had spa treatments. I can't even remember the excursions. Goodness gracious, y'all, it was 6 years ago. But what I remember is it was a absolutely, and I'll use this word, luxurious trip. So my advice is make a plan and get there.
Thank you so much. And If you guys could just mute your phones or mute your computers, that would be great. And I just want to piggyback on that for a second. The first one I went to was in Orlando, and I remember seeing Sarah Marbles, and just like saying to my husband, "Oh my gosh, there's Sarah Marbles, there's Sarah." He goes, "Go talk to her." I go, "No, I can't. He goes, "Terry, what is wrong with you? Go talk to her." And y'all, she was so sweet. She did a video for my team. She was just like, and it just, I mean, it is such a warm and inviting experience. Okay, so my partner in crime is Trila, and she's going to share with you some things that you need to make sure you do first. Okay, Trila. Uh-oh, you're muted, Trila.
How's that?
There.
Better?
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, the first thing you want to do is to make sure you are eligible to get the prizes. And there are a few things that you need to make sure that you do. The first thing is you need to sponsor 4 people, either as an ambassador on your team with a welcome pack purchase, or as a retail or preferred customer. Now, it can be a combo. You can sign 1 ambassador and 3 new customers, and vice versa. Now, this slide is kind of confusing for me, and I know Terry got this straight from corporate, but in the rules, in the official rules, in 2 different places, it says retail and preferred customers must make an initial purchase of $50, not $75. So in 2 different places, I'm one of the ones that go and read the official rules of all the contests, and it says it twice that it's in 2 different places that it's an order of $50 or more. So we'll get clarification, but you need to make sure you do that too. Now, there is one other thing that's not listed here. Well, yeah, it is. It's in that little circle. Okay, you must be qualified all 4 months. So let's say you rock it this month and you might get your 800 points to qualify, because that's what it means. That's what you need to earn the trip, 800 points. Let's say you get all 800 in July. You still need to make sure you get your 100 PVs the next 3 months. So you must be in good active standing. And active means qualify for a paycheck, which means 100 in personal volume or more. So let's make sure you do that, okay? This is doable. One thing you've got to remember, when you qualify or when you earn Leaders Retreat, you are earning a vacation. They are paying your hotel and lots of meals. So it's worth shooting for just the 800 at a minimum.
For sure. Okay, thank you so much, Trila. So now you know the basics of what you have to do to qualify. That's just the basics that you have to do. So now Miss Jen Mango is going to share her experience, if I can get my, on her Leaders Retreat. And I want to introduce Jen. Jen is not even, we're not even connected. I'm not in her downline or anything. Our team has been adopted by Jen and her team and Rainey, and we couldn't be more grateful. And Jen is an Emerald Ambassador and working close to Sapphire. And Jen wanted to share about an experience that she had in Washington, D.C. Jen?
Okay, well, I'm hoping that the lawnmowers are stopping, because who knew that the lawn guys would be here at 8 o'clock at night, and we have Daniel who's working on our remodel in our bathroom upstairs, and they're finishing right now. So it's a little crazy, but hey, we can do our business right in the nooks and crannies. But I want to share, Leaders Retreat is an amazing experience. Just like everybody has said so far, we've gone to all kinds of different places. It is like a vacation. And I want to talk about, in 2015, we had Leaders Retreat in Washington, D.C. And what a cool place, y'all, right? What a cool place to have a Leaders Retreat. Because it was in Washington and somewhere fun and different, we thought we'll bring our kids, because Phil and I both earned it. My mom came with us that year, so we had earned multiple rooms, and I had also earned a spa treatment as well as Phil. Well, Phil wasn't going to go. Well, he probably would have gone. If y'all know Phil, he would have gone to get a spa treatment actually, but we let Emma have that spa treatment, and then my mom had a spa treatment because she had earned. So we were all in there. And the thing that I love about Leaders Retreat, just like Terry said about getting to meet Sarah Marble, is that you're around all these people that maybe you see online or go to view a training of, or you see them recognized for something and you're like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. So we go in, we're waiting for our facial. We're sitting there, and Tara Castaneda is next to me. And Tara Castaneda happens to be this cutie patootie who lives in Austin, Texas. We had never met before. We had maybe exchanged a couple of comments back and forth probably in the time that we met. But she was really not on my radar, but she's adorable. She's a Diamond Emerald right now, you guys. She just ranked Diamond Emerald. Her husband is a diamond, so that's super cool. But she was sitting next to me, and I said, oh, hey, hi, struck up a conversation, right? Don't ever be afraid, like JD pushed Terry not to be. And she started to tell me about her experience a year before, that she had been at Leaders Retreat the year before which was in Dallas, 2014. It doesn't even matter. She was at Leaders Retreat. They had to drive because they couldn't afford airfare. She was a brand new, I think she wasn't even senior gold. Maybe she was gold, I think, and had earned Leaders Retreat, but had we never know what situation we're coming from and what we're building ourselves out of, right? They couldn't afford airfare to fly, even though it was close. They drove a couple hours. They got there. They went to the grocery store and bought bread and bologna and a bottle of, and like a 12-pack of water. She said that was all that they could afford to be away because they had left their kids at home. But she so believed in this company and this opportunity. And so it was so inspiring to me in that moment, knowing that, one, she was sitting there across from me. She had earned all of those prizes the next year. She was sitting there I think she was a Sapphire at the time when I was talking to her in 2015. That she had sacrificed so much to be at Leaders Retreat. And it was the thing. It was the thing, she said, the event that turned things around for her. Because here's the deal, y'all. You can see us and we can share with you, and you can plug into corporate events virtually and online, but until you're at something where corporate is truly loving on you, lavishing you with gifts, showing you how much they appreciate us for what we do so that they can have a job, so that they can do what they do, it's unbelievable. It's so belief building. And I hope that I can encourage you, because that story 5 years later still is a fire and a flame for me to go, you know what, it's always worth it, because you never know who is going to be able to come along that will be that little flicker or that flame to totally set somebody on fire in their business and grow a team of legacy. And now look at her 5 years later. She's almost a triple diamond family.
Gosh, Jen, thank you so much for sharing. And that, I just love that she had her story, and Trila and I mean, we sat down with two girls last year that were with a different company that, got in a lot of trouble, and they basically lost their entire businesses. And within a couple of months, they worked really hard and made it to Leaders Retreat. And they were so inspiring and just so ready to take on the world and bless the world with Plexus. And it just really made Trila and I understand that if they can do it in a couple of months, from the day they joined, I'm not saying they had just joined and they still made it, is so inspiring. And the other thing is falling more in love with Plexus people. And you get to spend time with Plexus people, and there are so many good people in this world, and a lot of them are with Plexus. And when you get to those Leaders Retreats and you sit down to dinner with them and you connect with them on a different level, and everybody, like you said, everybody has a story, and it will change your life. Okay, so business for just a minute. if I can get my thing to go. So there are 5 ways to earn convention credits, okay? And we'll go over the credits at the very end. But Terry, I need to watch my notes, I'm going to go over the first 3. Okay, so you can earn points with new ambassador enrollments. Now, I'm just going to tell you my plan. My plan is this month to get my 4. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to get that out of the way so that I ensure that I've got my 4. So you get quite a bit of credits by enrolling those 4, enrolling at new ambassadors. Then your team does too. So this is where this comes in about being a leader. So if you sign a level 1 person, and you train that person, you do launch parties with that person, you help that person, you do 3-way calls, Zoom calls, you go see them, wear a mask, whatever, then when they add people, you're going to get credits for that too. It's hard to make this all by yourself. It can be done. Believe me, it can be done, but it sure makes it a lot easier if you go to that level 1 person that you got 30 credits for and you say, hey, okay, do you have 3 friends? If you can get them to sign 3 more friends, that's 60 more credits. So use number 1 like it's the most important one. Okay, number 2 is to get the preferred or retailed new customers. And let me tell you, you certainly don't want to sign somebody up for the welcome pack and then they're going to turn around each month and buy a bottle of BioCleanse. That ain't going to work. So use those customers. Those are great points too. So if somebody just wants to buy the the collagen, there you go, you're going to get points. The other one that Trila and I never, ever, ever miss on, we make sure we get this, is personal volume achievement. And let me tell you, the best customers turn into great ambassadors. So you want to make sure that those are easy points to get, y'all. Those are easy points. And if you've been doing your follow-up, if you've been using your Engage app and you've been getting new customers, you're going to get that 1,000 in PV. That's 125 credits, okay? You do that for 4 months, you've got more than half of the credits that you need. Okay, we're going to hear another story, and this is from another one of my very, very favorite people. And Beverly is going to share with us. She was on the cruise with us, and she is a senior gold ambassador, and this girl can party like a rock star. So, Beverly, will you share with us about the cruise that we went on?
I'm so excited to share about the cruise. When they announced that at convention, it just struck a chord with me. It had been years since Charles and I had been on a cruise, and I just knew that this was something that I really, really wanted to work for. And it was hard, I'll tell you, because at that, our teams go through, different times where we're really growing and active, and other times when we're not as active. And this was one of those times that my team wasn't as active. And so that meant that I was going to have to dig deep and just work it myself. And that's pretty much what I did that year. And so I guess that made it even sweeter when I was able to earn those credits to go, because I had worked really hard for it. And so I want to just reiterate what the others have said is start now. Don't wait. Even though I wanted to go, I had a lot of self-doubt, and I was a slow starter that year. And but as it went on, I began to build momentum and could see that I could do this. And so, I just use your tracker, make a chart. I just kept track of where I was, and that motivated me. I don't know about you, but I like to have some kind of visual, and it motivated me and kept me going. That year was in 2018. I'd never heard of celebrity cruises. You hear about all the normal ones, but celebrity, I was like, I don't know anything about that. But you know, again, Plexus came through because just like everything else that they do, celebrity is like one of the most, well, I want to say most luxurious liners that there is. And we were on a beautiful ship. That year also was the first time that Jules had not been able to go. And so, you know, normally we look to Jen and Rainey and all those to kind of gather us all together. And there was really not that many from my team that I knew that were going to be going. And so that year, Terry and Trila just adopted Charles and me. We got to know them and some of their teammates that were there. We had the best time getting to know each other. But, you know, I can't even tell you, every day there were prizes left in our room. We always looked forward to coming back to our cabins in the evening to find what gifts had been left for us. During the day, there was training, but we had a lot of free time. We made stops in Key West, which was my absolute favorite. I loved being there. And then we also stopped in Nassau in the Bahamas. And, you know, so we had those 2 stops, but in between, there were all kinds of entertainment and parties. And, you know, Terry mentioned that, you know, I like to party. Well, Charles and I do. We love to dance. And my favorite event from that cruise was our all white night. And that night we were all in white, everybody. We had our, you know, they passed these glasses out. I mean, the decorations were just beautiful. There we were out on the ocean. It was just so much fun, y'all. I can't even begin to tell you. And so the best part that came after we get back, I think, is that when you do something like Earn Leaders Retreat, it just builds your confidence and it helps build your belief in yourself. And so, you know, I just cannot encourage you enough to say, go for it. Believe in yourself and just take it day by day. Hit these milestones that these ladies are sharing with us, and you too can be at Leaders Retreat this year. And I think it's going to be a great trip going to Phoenix. So hope to see you there.
Thank you so much, Beverly. And you are so much fun to travel with. So I just hope, I mean, you're inspiring me to get started because I want to be on this trip with you and Trila and all the others that we've been on with before and party the night away with you guys. And that's a fact. There are lots of parties, lots of giveaways, lots of ways to make you feel special. And I think that is something that is for the majority of women. We have our birthday, we have our anniversary, we have Valentine's, we have all of that. But this is something that we earn. This is something that we work for, and it's just gives you such a sense of pride when you get there. So let's talk a little bit more. There's 2 more things that you can do to help you get there. So Trila, you want to cover those?
Sure. Okay. The first one is for you personally to rank up. Now, that should be all of our goal, at least a monthly goal for us to focus on trying to reach the next rank. Plexus does pay us very well when we reach a different rank, a new rank. We have those ranking bonuses that are amazing that so many companies do not have. But now, if you rank during Leaders Retreat contest, you also get, besides that awesome bonus, you get points. And look at the points, how they can add up. And one thing, guys, I am super excited about this year is silver and senior silver, that they added in senior silver. Do you understand that that is 225 points? So that right there for the new people, I'm speaking to the new people, if you can get your 1,000 PVs each month, as Terry talked about before, okay, that's going to give you the 500. If you can get to silver and senior silver, you're in. With the bonuses that you're going to get for adding to your team, the points, the Leaders Retreat points for that, and the ranking up points, you're in. So what is senior silver? 10 people, 10 people on your team. Remember, you have to have 10, you can't add all 10. At least one has to be added by someone else. You have to have at least some people on the outside point, outside leg. But I just want to encourage everybody who is new, because I know we have so many new people right now. This is so doable in 4 months, and you qualify for a free vacation. Amen. I mean, who doesn't want that? Okay, number 5, if you have people under you that are wanting to work the business, help them. Do what Terry was talking about. Give them launch parties. Do 3-way calls with them. Support them. Help them talk about creative ways to reach out to the fence sitters. And get them to rank too. Because when anyone under you within 3 levels ranks to the next level, bingo, you get Leaders Retreat points. How awesome is that? Pretty cool, huh? So those are our 5 ways that you are going to be able to earn. The minimum that we need is 800 points to qualify and get this free vacation. And y'all, as a minister's wife and as a teacher, when we traveled, we didn't really ever stay in these 5-star resort places. These resorts are amazing. So just to get to go and get to stay in these places, my first time I was kind of like jaw drop, okay? So it's worth it. Work for it. Start now. Start now.
So thank you so much for breaking it down. That just makes me go, okay, this is a no-brainer. No-brainer. Everybody wants a trip. So I get to tell you about prizes, which is my favorite part. So I want to say something real quick. When you look at this, you some people kind of go, oh, I don't have a team. How am I going to do this? Well, I want to tell you something about Plexus. Never assume that things won't change. Because one of the things that we've seen happen, and I don't know that it'll happen again this year, but some of these things have happened almost every year, where they may pop up one month and they may say you get double credits for adding new customers. Or they may pop up and say you're going to get extra credits for enrolling new ambassadors. They may come up one day and say, we're going to drop the credits. So the one thing you don't want to do is assume that you can't make it. And you have to start from day 1. So let's go over some of the prizes, because this is my favorite part. So 800 credits. Trila just told you how to get that. Easy peasy. You earn your spot. Now, you have to provide your airfare to get there with the 800 credits, but Plexus will pay for the 3 nights at a posh hotel. I'm telling you, they're always so nice. 1,200 credits. That gets you the $200 in cash, which what I tell my husband is, okay, well, there's our extra spending money. Then 1,500 credits is a private reception. Pretty nice. Order the, sounds like there's an animal outside my window. I'm a little paranoid if you've seen any of my stories. Anyway, the private reception is really, really exciting. Then 1,800 credits, y'all. I'm so pumped about this. Luggage. Plexus branded luggage. They've never given out Plexus, they've never given out luggage. I can't wait. I'm dying. I hope I get that. 2,000 credits, the VIP gift experience and reception. Let me just tell you what happened last year. Trila and I go in there, and it's sunglasses, and it's high-end sunglasses. So we go through the line, and we can't find our guys because they're on vacation too, so they're not there to help us pick out our sunglasses. We pick our sunglasses out. We walk outside, and the guys come to the reception, and I said, JD, what do you think? Do you like my sunglasses? He looked right at me and said, well, I really like Trila's better. So there you go. But that's what they gave us last year were nice sunglasses like Maui Jim and all this. Okay, this is amazing. The 2,200 credits, $600 in flight reimbursement plus Saturday and Sunday lunch. And y'all, all you do is you call them and tell them when you want to arrive, and they book your flights. It's amazing. Okay, 2,800 credits, and you get the shopping experience. And I'm just going to tell y'all, you want that. It's hard to spend $2,000. So you need to work your tail off to get it. Then you need to shop online before you go and study. And here's the deal. Here's the blessing. You don't have to spend it all at once. You don't have to spend it all there. You can buy whatever you want. And then, Trila and I brought home money on our credit card, on our gift cards, and then we Christmas shopped. So y'all, what a blessing. Who has gone on a $2,000 shopping spree? Oh, wait, I have. And you can too. You can too. That's what I'm telling you. Then the top 50 earners, 25 jewels and 25 senior silvers to senior ruby, will also be treated to suite upgrades and an exclusive social event. So here's the deal. Listen, you have got to start working towards this today. And I'm telling you, the Engage app is a perfect opportunity. It's a perfect way to get started on this. And I'm just going to tell you one more thing, because I want to wrap this up. I know you guys are busy because you need to be messaging people and you need to be doing launch parties. One last thing I want to tell you. Let's say you work your tail off. Let's say you work your tail off and you get close, but you fall just a tiny bit short. Do you know what happened? You built a business. You were laying a foundation for a great rest of 2021. You will be starting 2021 probably as a senior silver. You have the opportunity to go all the way. And you can make Emerald by July and go to Hawaii. Then you won't even care that you didn't make it to Leaders Retreat. So don't assume anything. Be a leader. Be a business builder. Help your level ones go silver. Inspire them, love on them, show them how amazing Plexus is. Dream big, step out of your comfort zone. I promise you, when you get to Phoenix in January, you are going to be so thankful that you took 4 months and you worked your tail off. So here's my dream for you and my prayer for all of you, that we see every one of you at Leaders Retreat in January. And we're going to have a couple of more touch-up meetings as we go along in the next 4 months. So y'all watch for those. If you have any questions or you need any help, you want to do a launch party, there's a million people on this call that love to do launch parties. I do, because I love to talk. So reach out to us. We're here to help you. We'll give you some strategies. And last thing, use a tracker, because you want to make sure you know exactly where you are. You don't want any last minute, oh my gosh, I just need one more. And if you get in that situation, y'all let us know, because we'll be praying for you. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you Rainey, Jen, Trila, and Beverly for sharing and helping us. We are off to a great start, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks everybody.